So let's talk about Peter Berg, the director of this movie that I'm going to talk about, Mile 22. Now, I've seen a majority of his movies, and I really, really liked Deepwater Horizon. I thought that was a great disaster movie that was different than typical disaster movies because it wasn't over the top and stupid, and the action was really good in that. And he does a good job with real life stories recently with that and with Patriots Day. And Patriots Day to me was really, really damn good. Like, that was actually a really really moving and really intense movie, even though we knew the real story of the Boston bombing. And Peter Berg is just one of those directors that I think does action great. Like, he's really great at action. And also the movie The Fountain, or not The Fountain, the Kingdom. I don't know why I said The Fountain. The Kingdom is a really good movie too, and that's a really solid action movie, and it really is intense and really works well. So what I'm trying to get at is Peter Berg does a great job with action, and he makes it real life gritty, but in a way where it seems plausible, like it feels like a real thing in his movies. So I really enjoy his action movies, and going into Mile 22, I was since I loved Patriots Day and Deepwater Horizon, and I liked the Kingdom a lot, I thought I would enjoy this, but oh my god, this movie was really, really bad. And I hate to say that it's bad. It's not like the worst thing ever. It's definitely not. I'll give the positives first. It has some good action, solid action. Like I said, he's great at filming action. He's great at filming all of these action scenes and set pieces. Like, he makes it look good. Everything else sucks. Everything else is terrible. I could not find anything to say that made me enjoy this movie at all. All the characters were just typical characters in this type of movie. The story is very typical. The ending is just one of those endings where it's like, it's been done a million times, and I won't ruin it here, but if you see this, I wonder if you'll think the same way I did, where I was just like, really? Just, why did you do the exact same thing again? Like, it's not really a surprise anymore whenever they do this type of ending that this movie did. But, like I said, like, the action is great, but everything else sucks about it. All these characters are not very interesting. The writing is really bad. For some reason, there's stupid lines where, like, there's this one character who will be like, he'll literally say in his like 10-word sentence, he'll say the word fuck 7 times in that 10-word sentence. Like, he'll be like, yeah, motherfucker, it was fucking shit, and what the fuck was that fucking shit? Like, that is such stupid writing. It's so terrible. It just sounds so bad with how and I'm paraphrasing on what he said, because it was something similar to that. But just bear with me. It was stupid. It was stupid in my opinion. Stupid dialogue. The dialogue in this is really weird. And Mark Wahlberg is in this too, and he's a great actor, but like, in this movie, he's not terrible. He's just really a forgettable character, like everybody else. Like, Lauren Cohen is kind of forgettable too, and I like her a lot. And John Malkovich is forgettable too in this movie. Like, it's weird. And like, the guy from The Raid, who's the guy they've got to escort, is alright, but there's nothing really to that character. But I mean, it makes sense in the story. But like, all of these characters are instantly forgettable. They don't have anything that made me remember them. The acting is alright, but it just doesn't ever, because of the writing, I feel like it doesn't ever give anything for these characters. And Mark Wahlberg is a character who is got I think a mental condition where, like, he thinks too quickly about things in his mind, and like, he's got to do this rubber band pop, and that will make him calm down and subdue himself. So this character really comes off dickish, because like, he just gets really angry really quick, but I understand it's like a mental issue he has, but the way that he's played off makes him seem just like a horrible person. Not a horrible person, just a dick. Like, he's just a dickish guy. But like I said, he's got a mental condition, but it's not one that, like, I feel like he could kind of help it, but he just gets angry and frustrated. But it just comes off as just an annoying character, Mark Wahlberg's character. And it sucks because, like I said, Mark Wahlberg is great, and all these actors in this movie are good in other things. So it's like, it sucks that they don't have anything to work on in this movie. And it just didn't do anything for me. And honest to God, it was just, for me personally, it was just really, really boring. It just, again, like, this is a plot that I don't typically care for anyways, but it's a plot that was done a million times already in a way where it's not a genre that I can watch over and over again with the same plot, like a horror movie. In this, it's just like, it's not something I typically care for in terms of this plot, so watching this scene a million times, I was checking out of this movie halfway through, like, just sitting there, like, and I was the only one in the theater. Whenever I went to see this, I was just like, wow. Like, I just sat there, almost fell asleep, because it was really, really boring, because you knew where this was going, and all the things in the movie, you understood what was happening, or what was going to happen in the movie, so the only thing I can give this is that the action is pretty alright. Like, it's solidly done. Like, Peter Berg directs action well, so that's all I can give this. Everything else I thought was really, really bad. So overall, man, I hated that I didn't like this movie because, like I said, Peter Berg is a great action director, and he's great with other things in his movies too. Like, his actors are good in other movies. Mark Wahlberg is good in Deepwater Horizon and Patriots Day. And like Jamie Foxx and Jennifer Gardner are good in The Kingdom. Like, he gives these actors good range. Like, they're good in his other movies, but it's like this one, no, this was just bad. Really, unfortunately bad, and it's a real shame because I've enjoyed a lot of his last couple of movies. And I haven't seen all of his movies. Like I said, I haven't seen Battleship yet. I want to see that just out of curiosity. I hear that's awful, but I want to see that. And I might enjoy that more than this because it might be such sheer stupidity in it that I might like it more. But this was just a boring mess. That's all I can really say. It's really, really boring with some cool action scenes, but everything else really, really was lacking, and it's not what I expected from Peter Berg. So, yeah, this pretty much really, really sucked.